Oop. Click live just as I was halfway through a hiccup. That wasn't the smartest thing to ever have done. Anyway, we are live. Whew, what are we here for? Well, it's Sunday, silly Sunday. It's time to go and visit the spice freak himself, Coran Sloss, so we best bring him in. Anyone want to go and chuck out some tags, feel free to do so. I'm going to go over the comment slabs, and there we go. There's a spice freak!
Hello there! Oh, hello there. There we go. I can get my hand on camera. Cut off the sides, and there's not a lot that isn't sides.
Oops, sides again.
Aha.
Now
Now I can wave at you properly.
Crazy hands.
Cool. That's hands!
But we'll go back to that one. So, every Sunday, the Spice Freak over there, ignore me dirty finger hands, I've been playing with a barbecue and haven't washed my hands yet. That's him there. He brings us products that we might not have seen before. He tries to find some obscurities. He tries to find some that we might know of already. They're a mixed batch. What have you been up to this week, Coran?
So last week I mentioned that I'd got some spice kits from the Spice Sultan. And yeah, they'd sent me a bunch of these. We got Thai yellow curry with nam prick and a Sri Lankan coconut and lime curry. Didn't actually show you the curries yet at that point because I just got the spice mixes, but I've had a week to make them in. So first up, I'm going to pop up images of my Thai yellow curry.
That looks pretty well.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous, doesn't it? It was very, very nice. The spice mix was wonderful. It was, I'd say, about 90% of the way towards what I'm used to having in Thai restaurants. The only things that were missing were a little bit of bell pepper and a nice handful of pineapple chunks, just to give it that little bit of extra sweetness and brightness.
Which you could have added yourself if you wanted to.
Yeah. Now that I know that that's what's missing from it, I could very easily do that. And the instructions were super easy to follow. It was great. And then the nam prick that went with it looks like this. It's a mixture of fish sauce or soy because I made the vegan version for my family, and chili flakes, and a bit of lime, a little bit of garlic. So that one, I mean, I could make that very easily at home. Now I know how to make it because, you know, the pack of chili flakes is nothing that special, nothing unique. But at the same time, it was nice to have that little recipe from them. And it was just a nice extra side to go with the Thai curry. And I do like my Thai curry.
A nice little accompaniment.
Yeah. That was that. That was the tofu yellow Thai that I made to share with my family. And it was a very good one. But yeah, if you make it yourself, maybe just throw in those little extras as well.
No, the interesting thing is, you shared it with your family, yeah?
Yeah.
What did they think of it?
So, my mum didn't have any of it, actually, because it was a bit hot for her. But it was a nice medium heat, and my dad thoroughly enjoyed it.
So, your mum thought it was still a little bit on the hot side, but your dad, he thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, my mum has IBS, so she doesn't handle much chili at all these days. And then the other one that I won't be sharing with my family is we've got the Sri Lankan curry here. You get a good picture of it. I'll show you as best I can, but I don't want to slant it too much because that will just tip it all over my keyboard.
For those who don't know Sunday,
rice. Oh, go on.
For those that don't know Sunday, it's also known as evening meal with Coran Sloss.
Yeah, it does seem to have become that, doesn't it? Yeah, this one, I haven't had much of it in advance, so I'm going to have a little bit and then tell you what I think.
How long did that take you to cook?
Including cutting up and everything, a little over an hour, I'd say. You know, I had to prepare the rice, had to prepare the main dish. Honestly, it wasn't that bad in terms of cooking time. Again, their instructions are nice and easy to follow.
Tasty too, by the looks of it.
Definitely.
What flavors is coming through?
A lot of the chicken, a little bit of the tomato. Get the coconut in there, you get the lime tang. And I can't pick out any particular spices, but that is definitely a nice curry, and it's quite different to the Thai one. Quite the ingredients that they made me use for it being rather similar.
What normally worries me about curries that contain coconut is I'm not a coconut lover, so if I can taste it strongly, it puts me right off. I don't like korma because of the coconut.
Fair enough. A lot of kormas, though, are more cream and nut based, I find.
Yeah.
I've had rather more coconutty curries than korma. But yeah, if you can't handle coconut in a korma, you probably can't handle these, I'm afraid.
So that one is quite coconut forward.
I mean, it's not crazy coconut forward, but it's at least as coconut forward as a korma is.
So anybody that doesn't mind coconut, it's a spot on curry, basically.
Yeah. And these were the company's two most popular ones. I was actually really interested in their Moroccan one and their Goan fish as well. So maybe I'll try those another time. And I mentioned that I made the Thai yellow using their alternate recommendation of tofu rather than the meat. Both of these are chicken curries by default, but the Thai uses tofu, and the Sri Lankan, if you want to go for the vegan version, is cauliflower and butternut squash. So different vegan versions depending on the dish.
So the recipe
Quite
works well
authentic
for
like that.
both
Yeah.
meat, fish, and vegan.
And they do have different cooking instructions, especially in the Sri Lankan one, if you go for the vegan version. It does apparently take 10 minutes longer to cook this vegan. But nice that they tell you that.
I would say it's interesting as well that they tell you that.
Yeah.
What was it you said you recommended in that one for the vegan?
Hmm?
It was the tofu for that one, yeah?
For the Thai one, they recommend tofu, and that was what I made it with. The Sri Lankan coconut and lime curry, they recommend butternut and cauliflower if you go vegan. But I did mine just with chicken. And so, yeah, that was what I got from the Spice Sultan. I also picked up a few things from Cowley's Fine Foods, who I believe you all know by now.
Yep.
You got, first off, their atomic chili beer nuts, which personally I think they're a bit overrated heat-wise. They have a decent heat to them, but I wouldn't call them atomic. And it's more just a nice afterglow kind of heat. And yeah, I just go through bag after bag of these. I bought 4 and I'm already down to the last one. And
Bought 4 bags down to the last one, which is now eaten.
really nice ale caramel on the nuts, though.
Where would you place them on a heat?
They definitely have some heat, but it's all an after heat, and I wouldn't say they're that hot.
Would you give them to a non-chili head?
If they like a bit of chili, but they don't want anything crazy, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. It sounds like a winner-winner product, that one. A little bit of a burn in the mouth, nothing too serious,
Yeah.
won't give you into panic mode.
They're great and tasty.
Pardon me, baby.
And the other thing I've got from them are their hot chili wild mushrooms. Do they say what type of mushrooms these are? No. Okay.
So they're basically chili dried mushrooms, yeah?
Yeah, they're sort of a vegan take on jerky, but
Well,
they are just dried mushrooms.
I have actually seen a few mushrooms being used in way of making vegan jerky. Well, they use it for making artificial leather as well, don't they? They use the mushroom skins, so it can be done. Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Mushroom peelings compressed together and laid out into format makes an artificial leather.
I don't normally like mushrooms, but Cowley's, they are fantastic. They're definitely the best of Cowley's vegan jerkies.
You seem to be enjoying that.
Umaminess, nice bit of soy. I wouldn't say they're crazy hot, but they definitely do have heat to them.
They definitely seem to be enjoyable because you've just
if you
eaten
want a crazy
7.
one, yeah. I'll probably leave it there for now because I've still got my meal. But would definitely recommend those. And if you see their shiitake that's hot, those are absolutely gorgeous. But those really are hot. Those are their super hot ones. They didn't have any of those in at the moment, but I believe it's Trinidad Scorpion that makes those. And you can definitely tell. Yeah. Whereas these ones, definitely hot, definitely a lingering heat, but, you know, not super hot. Not ghost pepper or above, definitely. Kaylee says likes just munch some something. Is that a type of mushroom, Kaylee?
Anole. It means as well or and all.
Oh, okay.
Okay. A lot of Hartlepoolians spell things funny. Anole is and all.
Yeah, I'd not seen that spelling of that before, but that makes sense.
It just means and all. You'll also notice that a lot of Hartlepoolians don't pronounce the H's, so it's not Hartlepool, it's Hartlepool.
Okay, do they say Anne before Hartlepool then? Or is it, well, I guess they wouldn't say Anne before Hartlepool, but if there were multiple Hartlepools, would you have Anne Hartlepool or would it be at Hartlepool?
Oh, now you're talking apples. When you're in Hartlepool, there's arguments over an apple, you know, an apple, because you get some that say and apple. And it's not and apple because you don't have and before. Anyway, we're not in here for an English lesson. It's an apple. It's not an apple. See, now we're getting it started. It's not an apple. It's an apple. Not an apple.
It is an orange historically.
It's not an orange neither. It's an orange.
Historically, it comes from Naranja, so
okay then.
It is an orange historically. It's just the end shifted.
Right, well, it's not an apple. It's not an apple.
There's an apple.
Fair.
It's called continental vowels.
Wow. Anyway, we were not here for an English lesson. Back to the spices. You enjoy a couple of forkfuls of your curry from, I can't remember where it was now.
I'll have to show you the packaging again then.
Perfect time for me to do it. The Spice Sultan Sri Lankan coconut and lime curry with yellow rice.
Yep. And the raisins in the rice are optional, but I really like the sweetness they add. Oh, that's my personal preference, but you can choose to leave them out if you'd prefer.
Well, with that, is there anything else you would like to show us this week? Or should we let you go and enjoy your evening meal?
I think that's all for this week, so
we'll let you enjoy your evening meal, and I'm going to go and set up another stream and get ready for Hunza Farmer because he's going to do his very first challenge in the group. This could be fun.
Hope that goes well.
It will do. It's Hunza. He's usually up a tree. Today he's on the ground level. Anyway, that's it. Thank you again, Coran. Good to see you, dude. And that was Coran Sloss, the spice freak himself. I'm going to get myself out of here. New Chilli-heads, lose the sun, blah, 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 blah.